maybe the only, but media wasn't allowed into that meeting, so we're happy we're able to bring that to you, and we'll have more coverage throughout the night here on KCAL9 News. Meanwhile, the other top story is it could be really yucky tomorrow morning.
Sounds like a big storm coming in, right?
Big storm coming in. At this point, we're sort of redoing the entire forecast, revamping it. Why? Not huge. The storm's still coming, but it looks like it's... Lena, yeah, we're bracing for the storm right now. We're dealing with cloud cover and a little bit of virga. What is that? It's just rain that's not making its way quite down to the ground, at least not yet. You're going to see it on radar right here. Lots of green showing up, so it does look like we're seeing widespread rain, but that's not the case quite yet. But eventually it will be as we head into the morning hours and mainly the afternoon hours. The storm actually lagging a little bit, so we're a few hours behind. Doesn't mean we're not going to see the rain. It's just going to take a little longer for the brunt of the storm to get here. We've got wind advisories going into effect in just less than an hour in the higher elevations in the mountains. We're looking at wind gusts up to 60 miles an hour. Winter weather advisories also going into effect for our local mountains as well. We're expecting, well, snow in the mountains, 4 to 7 inches between 6,000 and 7,000 feet. And we could potentially see those numbers drop to about 4,500 feet as we head into your Wednesday. Temperature-wise right now, 40s, 50s, and 60s. Pretty mild in some spots, especially in downtown. You're at 61, Malibu 59, San Pedro also at 59 degrees. So we are on storm watch. We've got the storm headed our way. Again, as we head into the next 24 hours, we're expecting between half an inch and about 2 inches of rain. In the higher elevations, we're talking 2 inches, maybe even more. Snow levels, as we just mentioned as well, dropping to 4,500 feet by Wednesday. Until then, we're probably going to see snow levels lingering between 6,000 and 7,000 feet. And remember, windy conditions, gusts up to 60 miles an hour. We're going to time out the storm for you on Futurecast. That's all coming up in a little bit, so don't go away. Lena and Sylvia, back to you.
Getting the humidifier out just to make up for it.
I know
it's dry out there, Evelyn.
I'm a step ahead of him because I got the humidifier.
You did it, yeah.
It's
I feel it.
Yes, but we've got nature's humidifier coming our way as we head to tomorrow. In fact, already starting to feel it a little bit out there. We're not seeing the rain really making its way down to the ground quite yet, but eventually we will. Take a look. Long Beach right now, looking at pretty, well, actually mild conditions, but plenty of cloud cover out there this evening. So you'll see right here we are dealing with a bit of rain. In fact, it's a virga. It's not technically rain. It's not quite making its way down to the ground, but eventually that will be the case as we head into the next 24 hours. We're going to time that out for you on Futurecast momentarily. Do want to mention, though, in the meantime, we do have windy conditions, gusts up to 60 miles an hour. Wind advisories kicking in for the LA County Mountains and the Ventura County Mountains at 10 o'clock tonight, so just over half an hour away. Also looking at a winter weather advisory kicking in, and with that expecting, well, snow levels to drop to about 6,000 to 7,000 feet, eventually down to 4,500 feet, and we're expecting between 4 and 7 inches. So here's Futurecast. It's set for 7:30 tomorrow morning. We're starting to see the rain making its way into Southern California, but it really doesn't become widespread or heavy until about lunchtime, late afternoon, looking at very heavy rain, and it looks to be widespread through the 4 o'clock hour, even through the evening hour, starting to let up a little bit by the evening, by about 9 o'clock, and then things are starting to dry out as we head to your Wednesday. You'll see that in your 5-day forecast right here. With the mountains, we could see some leftover snow by Wednesday, not a lot, but snow levels dropping to 4,500 feet, clearing out Thursday and Friday, and by Saturday, a little cloudier, but a little warmer. Back to you. We're bracing for that rain. We're going to tell you when it's going to hit and how much we're expecting coming up in just a little bit. So much fun.
Yeah, that wouldn't do so well if it was here and the rain started coming.
That's a very true story. We could probably get away with it tonight, but by tomorrow, not the case. Exactly.
Right. And it's going to be starting just pretty early.
Pretty soon, yeah. We're pushing it back a few hours, but we're still talking morning. We were originally talking dawn, so that's no longer the case. We're talking late morning, but regardless, we are expecting the rain tomorrow, so we're just re-updating that forecast for you. So pushing it back a few hours, but still expecting the rain in the morning, certainly expecting it in the afternoon, and it looks like the brunt of it's going to take place in the afternoon into the evening hours tomorrow. So we're going to time it all out for you in just a minute, but we're going to take you outside first to our Saddle Peak camera. We are overlooking the Santa Monica Bay this evening, and we're dealing with quite a bit of cloud cover out there. In fact, we're dealing with a little bit of virga as well. If you're wondering what that is, it's just rain that's not quite making its way down to the ground, at least not yet. Eventually, it will. At this point, not the case. You're going to see it on radar here, though. Take a look at all of the green showing up on radar. This is all virga. This is all moisture, just not quite making its way down to the ground. We're not feeling it or seeing it quite yet, but but eventually we will. So we've got a few things to talk about before we get there. Do want to mention we have a wind advisory going into effect in about 15 minutes or so, expecting gusts up to 60 miles an hour, especially through the Grapevine. A winter weather advisory going into effect as well, expecting 4 to 7 inches of snow between 6,000 and 7,000 feet, and we're expecting those snow levels to drop down to about 4,500 feet as we head into your Wednesday. So rain is on the way. Again, not quite here yet, but hitting us in the morning, lasting through the afternoon. Rain totals between ½ an inch and 2 inches. Snow levels, as we just mentioned, dropping to about 4,500 feet. And you'll see right here, we are looking at gusty conditions. Those wind gusts, especially in the mountains and through passes and canyons, could be up to about 60 miles an hour. Timing out the storm for you on Futurecast now, 7:30 in the morning. We're starting to see maybe a drop or two. Nothing too significant. Most of the rain still sitting offshore, still sitting to our north. By 10 a.m., still bracing for it. Late morning into early afternoon into lunchtime by noon. There you go. Take a look at that orange bullseye on your screen. We're starting to see some heavy, widespread rain through the afternoon and the late afternoon hours. Things gradually starting to let up into the evening. A few leftover showers by Wednesday, and then by Thursday, we're already expecting clearer conditions, warmer conditions, and of course, drier conditions as well, keeping it warm to mild as we head into the first part of your weekend, upper 60s in the basin. And for the mountains, we're expecting a chance of snow lasting through Wednesday, clearing out and warming up into the weekend. Lena and Sylvia, back to you.